Welcome back to Divine Angelic Chosen One channel. This is Gracie and Spiritual Earth Angel 623 channel and Sarai Natural Beauty, skincare, and aromatherapy candles. God, I'm telling you, God, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all, God is really giving me more downloads, and it's a lot more to the story. Part 4 of the abducted woman in the trust fund and a group of men that don't want to go to jail. Now it's a group of men and women that don't want to go to jail. So I remember I told y'all it was on TikTok. I think I posted too that I talked about, I went on live and talked about this neighbor being trespassing. This Mexican or whatever was, his neighbor was like trespassing on my property, and he didn't know that I was home and all this stuff and was trespassing. And me and him had a few words and got into it. I showed a video about that too. Talk about that. Well, during the argument, he was like, he had said that, and when he did it, he said, well, how many dead bodies are you hiding back on your property? And I said, on my property? I said, I just acquired this property last year, decided to build a house on it last year. So what are you talking about? And I never did ask him because I was so mad at him for being on the property. I never did, ask him any more question about why he came out his mouth and said what he said. And that was in front of one of my mom's older sister. She was out there too during the time of with the argument, because she wanted me to hear this man out and stuff like that. And I told her I wasn't gonna hear him out because he was wrong for trespassing on property. So it makes sense now. So God is telling me that this girl's parents is back there is being buried. Their bodies was buried on a family cemetery. That's why that guy kept saying how many dead bodies back there. There's a lot of dead bodies back there that should not be back there on the family cemetery. And they're not really family. These people use that cemetery to, when they kill people, to bury people. That's why graveyard dirt, when people kept talking about witchcraft, some of the tarot readers saying they've been going back there on the graveyard dirt and somebody's grave and all this stuff and stealing graveyard dirt to do witchcraft. That's what's going on. I do have a family cemetery back there where my house at, where I built my second house, with the land that was given to me. There is a family cemetery that's not a few, like maybe 50 feet from my house. Now this stuff is making sense. What's going on? Back in the day when things was going on, back in the 70s, the 80s, maybe even before then, the 60s and the 40s. You never know how far this stuff goes back. And I remember telling one of my other moms, like close to like middle sisters or whatever, that I had a dream about my great-grandparents' house caught on fire by a candle and got burnt or whatever. I think she got really burnt or something like that. And they was wondering, she asked me, she said, well, how did you know about that? My grandparents, which is her grandparents, but my great grandparents' house caught on fire. I said, God just showed it to me in a vision, a dream, that the house caught on fire by a candle. See, it's a lot of things to my gift, my spiritual gift. Now I understand why people are obsessed with my spiritual gift, like this dark witch is obsessed with my spiritual gift because she don't have any spiritual gifts. Because she copied off a lot of other tarot readers too. A lot. On my other video, you need to go and look her up because she copied off a lot of other tarot readers. Just like with Mommy Wata, she would say, Mommy Wata would say, if it don't apply, let it fly. She does it. She say the same thing. Then it's another guy. I can't think of his name. Divine Starseed or something like that. He's a guy. And he also says soul family. And he also said, somebody put it in the chat. Somebody put it in chat, you know, whatever he say. Now, this dark witch, Niflin, she's also doing the same thing, saying put it in the chat. She's copying off a lot of tarot readers on her videos. She's been exposed. Because she had no business trying to copy off me, trying to be me. And all in my energy. So now this bitch is being exposed. And I'm going to expose her ass. She's a fake. She is a dark witch that does spiritual work for money. And I knew one time she used to talk about her, that she used to do a whole lot of readings. And then she stopped doing readings now. And I remember when I talked about my podcast and thanking people about my podcast. And then the next day, I know she's doing a video about that she trying to do a podcast too. Just so obsessed with me. You've been exposed now. You can no longer hide. In the tarot world, your energy has already been exposed in the tarot world. And you asking for donations so you can continue to stalk me. Because you're so obsessed with, and I have crossed your path many a times. And I've seen you many a times stalking me. Many a times I have crossed your path. And I was wondering why you kept looking all up in my damn face. Now I understand why. And I said something that day too. Why the hell you looking all in my face? I said it too. To you. And you just looked at me. And it just continued to keep looking at me. Now a lot of the stuff makes sense. Because you was trying to do witchcraft on me too. And that shit backfired in your face. Just like any other tarot readers that was trying to do it too. To try to shut me down. Trying to report my channel and all this stuff. When you the one that was doing wrong. And now all this is being exposed. But yeah, there are some unknown dead bodies at a family cemetery. God was showing me the dream. That should not be there. It's probably bones now, but you probably can still do investigation. Until next time, peace, love, joy, and happiness, and much blessings.